What if I told you that instead of walking around feeling stressed and tense and distracted, within a very few short moments, you could be feeling calm and relaxed and present? And what I'm talking about here isn't some fancy protocol. Talk about the power of breathing and using breath work, which is consciously changing your breath. And in a matter of moments, we can completely shift our state. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through how I've done this with top elite athletes and CEOs, and also how you can do it very, very quickly, like today, to start feeling calmer. Because quite frankly, life is too short to walk around feeling stressed all the time. So let's get stuck in. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Mike. I'm a breathwork teacher and researcher, and I've been using breathwork and teaching it for a very long time. But I walked around as a stress head most of my life. But when I finally found breathwork in 2016, it was with a Dutch Iceman called Wim Hof. And that was a very powerful breathing technique, and it made me burst into tears. But I felt so calm afterwards, so calm. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what has just happened to me? I was scared how calm I was. And that started this 10-year journey. And what I've come to realize is this: we live at the most overstimulated time in all of known human history. We have to give ourselves a break, man, because things are crazy. That's why I've come here today, to be in the forest, to be touching the earth, to be in natural light. And I want to feel calm. We all do. Life's too short to go around feeling stressed. We don't know how much stress is affecting our longevity, but we know it makes a big impact. So how does breathwork kick into this? Well, according to people like James Nestor, who wrote the book Breath, he believes over 95% of the planet can't breathe properly. I think he called us the worst breathers in the animal kingdom. So we know we're not breathing properly. We are all stressed. We know it's causing early death. And we know we can fix the breath. And so what I've been doing with people over the last decade is helping them use breath work to relax and unwind. And the good thing about breathing is it has direct contact with your heart rate, something called heart rate variability. When we slow the breath, we can calm the mind. We can use breathing techniques to sleep deeper. We can use them to energize, and so much more. And so what I want to give you today are a couple of tips, a couple of simple tips of things that you can do straight away. Now, before we go any further, I am just launching a stress reset community on School. So if you're interested in getting involved with me, it's going to be a very, very small group of people. We're going to have daily challenges. We're going to do stress melting classes once a week. I would be remiss not to plug that right now. So the link is below, and best of all, there's a 7-day free trial. So if you're watching this and feeling a little bit stressed and you want to go deeper, then click on that link. But let's get into these tips. So I look at breathing very, very simply. We've got to reset our breathing. Simplest thing, remember the acronym RESET. I'm going to walk you through those 5 letters, and I'm going to show you how you can do this today. So when we don't breathe properly, in fact, I even brought my little toy with us. Think of this as your breathing system. We breathe in and we expand, we exhale and we contract. A good breathing system should move really easily, right? Look at children, they breathe beautifully. And imagine that my hands are the ribs. As we get older, it gets a bit tight and a bit stuck, and we end up having to breathe up. We should not breathe taller, we should breathe wider. So the first part of reset is release. We have to stretch out. Think of yoga, think of deep stretch exercises with breathing. We have to open up our rib cage. We have to help our diaphragm move properly. We have to release the system. Because quite frankly, if our system is tight, all this other breath work is a little bit like building a house on sand. It's a false foundation. So the first part of reset, if you want to stop feeling stressed, is to release. Because even just doing this is creating tension in the shoulders. I'm exaggerating the breath a little bit, but it's a stressful breath. You know, we breathe like this, it's very stressful. So we relax the shoulders and we use specific breathing techniques to release. The next part of the breathing system is energize. And I'm not talking about the big fancy powerful breathing exercises here. The E for energize is about optimizing your sleep with nasal breathing, and you might look into things like mouth tape and nasal strips, energizing when we work out using our nose as well, and learning to breathe slower, and looking at how we use light and nature to energize as well. All affects the breath, all affects our stress levels. So the S stands for soothe, balance of your nervous system. Think about slower, down-regulating, resetting breathing exercises that help you feel calm, that help you feel relaxed, like coherence breathing, like 4-6 breathing, like 4-7-8 breathing, like box breathing. These are calmer, relaxing breathing exercises. And we use these, for one example I'll give you now, boost your heart rate variability, the gaps between the beats of your hearts. A good heart should be a good listener, has to adapt to all the things going on in the system. A stressed heart can't listen. Your heart needs to be able to react. It needs to have good variability. One way to help do that is to do those soothing, relaxing exercises. Bring your nervous system out of a state of sympathetic fight and flight and bring us into a balance. So they're the first three. We release with stretches, we energize our sleep and our exercise and our day-to-day rhythms. We soothe. There's two left. The next one is embodiment. We're stuck in this thing all day, aren't we? We've got a terrible roommate. Imagine if we spoke to our colleagues and friends how we get spoken to in here. Horrific. So we've got to get out of here and we've got to get into here. We are given a body. In fact, Kerry Egan, hospice chaplain, says one of the most common things people say is that they regret not being in their body enough when they're on their deathbed. And so anything we can do to get in our body, meditation, grounding, breathing into your heart, breathing into your nose, these are really, really important techniques. And it's a practice. These are all practices, the practice of embodiment. So you've done really well. You've got through 4. I'm going to cover the last part of reset now, the T, the tolerate. And I'll remind you of a Dr. Buteyko, you may have heard of, Ukrainian scientist, who noticed that as people were, again, on their deathbed, sorry, this is a bit deathy, as people are on their deathbed, their breathing was terrible. Obviously, they're dying, but he noticed that people that would recover generally had softer, more gentle, softer breathing, and people that had erratic, crazy breathing were not very well. And so he spent his life helping people slow and soften. We've taken this much further. So the tolerate is all about tolerating a slow breath and breath holds, light breathing, gentle breathing, helping you slow down your, what we would call respiratory rate or breathing rate, help you breathe much more gentle and softer, which is connected to your heart rate. And depending on where you look, you only get so many heartbeats in your life. I think it's 2 billion for a mammal like us. So let's slow those down a little bit. So that's the reset method. If you are feeling stressed, you've got to go through these pillars. If that sounds overwhelming to you, because you can do the research, you can on my channel, there's books on all of this. If you'd like me to hold your hand and take you through the reset method and guide you, then this is the best time to join our school community because it's just launching now. And so the link is down below. Click on that, come and join me over in school and let me help you stop feeling stressed and help you be more relaxed. I've got so many beautiful, simple techniques. And the good thing is they don't take hours, they take minutes. They just take minutes. So don't let this carry on. If you're stressed and anxious, don't let go any further. Come and join me. There's a 7-day free trial. You've got literally nothing to lose and everything to gain. And it would be my honor to help you be more present for your family, for your friends, for your colleagues, and for you. Because life's too short to go around feeling stressed. So we need to reset our breathing. I can show you how to do it really quickly. I've done it thousands of times. All right, see you in the community. Cheers.